Good morning and Jai Shivdev, everyone. Welcome to this special satsang of North America Institute of Vihangam Yoga. We all joined here to unwind the spiritual secrets of Vihangam Yoga. We are very fortunate that in today's session, to unwind the spiritual secrets of Vihangam Yoga, we have Sansri Naamdeo Ji Maharaj, who has joined the session today. Sansri Naamdeo Ji is the founder of Abhyas School of Yoga. Through this school, he is imparting the universal knowledge of the real essence of yoga. He says that yoga cannot be restricted to just the physical postures, kriyas, and mudras. The stream of yoga extends much beyond the boundaries of present day yoga. He says the message that the real essence of yoga wants to provide and help you in discovering how you could find yourself and do what is needed. Since the past 3 decades, Sansri Namdevji is at the core of founding a society built on the highest principles of human consciousness through leading the social wing of Sadguru Sadafaldev Vihangam Yoga Sansthan. Sansri has been working in the villages of different states in India, like Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, where millions of people have benefited from the real essence of yoga. People who did not know how to live, who did not have means to live, who were ignored, addicts, social outcasts. Countless such people's life has been changed by him today by chanting Vedic mantras, performing yajna, practicing yoga and meditation, taking sattvic food, educations and skilling, their lives have been transformed. Sansri Namdev Ji is an embodiment of the ancient pristine heritage of Guru Shishya Parampara, wherein the chosen Holy Spirits descend to earth upon direct instructions from the Almighty to disseminate and carry out the order of the Master. Even though these Holy Spirit appears in human form, they always behold the effulgence of the Supreme. In their shelter, humanity reorients and reconnects itself to its roots, and the whole world evolves and ascends. Santri is that blessing of the Almighty to usher in humanity the Vedic human renaissance. His wisdom paves the path for unprecedented growth in all fields of human engagement. Since 2013, Sadguru Sadafaldev Vihangam Yoga Sansthan has special consultative status in UN ECOSOC, and Santri is the chief program coordinator. Sadguru Sadafaldev Vihangam Yoga Sansthan is also recognized by UN Habitat for its initiatives towards establishing world peace. Sant Sri Namdev Ji Maharaj travels extensively around the world, meeting people directly. He helps every individual who comes up to him and unwinds their constructs and uplift them. In past few years, we all were very fortunate that Shansri traveled USA a couple of times, and here he meet people in old age homes and other relief and welfare organizations which engaged in the service of humanity. So we all are very fortunate that Shansri gave his time today from his very busy schedule, and we all are very fortunate to hear from him the secrets of spirituality, what Vihangam Yoga thinks about it, we all are going to know. So without further delay, I'll request Sansri to please share a few words about Vihangam Yoga. Over to you, Sansri.
Pradado Nishado Mahitvaika Edraja Jagado Vabhu Yaishe Asya Dvipadashadash Tasmai Devaya Vishavidhema Yena Dyoragra Prithavi Chadidha Yena Swastabhidam Yena Nakaha Yovantarikše Rajaso Vimanah Kasmai Devaya Vishavidhe Om Hiranyagarbha Samavardadagre Udasya Yadaha Padire Gayasid Sadadhara Prithivam Dyamudema Smai Devaya Vishavidhe Om Vishwani Deva Savidarduridani Parasubha Yad Bhadrantan Asubha Swaha Tatsaviturvaredyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Sadguruchanagambhyo Namaha. Thank you very much, Sudhanshuji, for such a generous introduction. I was wondering what I have done in my life in such a great extent that you have to say something like this. So thank you very much. So may I know who is joining today, what are the people, and may I be introduced to them, please, first?
Ji, Sarkar. So you see that more than 25 people here in the session. Along with that, Samar Senior Center from there, Yogesh ji has joined with lots of other participants. You can see them on the videos. So I think 10 plus.
May I have a few questions, please, if there is anything specific you want me to address to, if I could know about it?
Yeah, sure. So Yogesh ji, there in the center, is there a specific question what they want to ask?
Question?
One of the participants, please, if you could come forward and ask your question.
Yeah, so there is one question from Seymour Center. This is about the people going through the illness and their journey.
And the importance of that journey in one's life.
And importance of their journey in the life. So we have one participant have asked this question about when people go through the illness, how they should manage that, and what is their journey should be in the life in this kind of difficult situations.
Ji, thank you very much. Yes. If someone is going through some physical pain that prohibits him or her to do the certain work, so in this case, it's very important for all of us to realize that how precious this human body is and what are we doing with our time. Because if someone is physically sick and is not able to perform or do what he or she should be performing or supposed to perform, if his health prohibits him, we shall understand about how fortunate we are to be in a good health. That's very important to understand. And the reason why I'm saying is, you know why these things happen? At times we condone, like we do not realize the importance of what we have. That's why these things do happen to us, to make us realize how important, how precious everything is in life. But having said so, that's for all of us. Who knows, those people cannot even listen to this, cannot participate in this video call today. But what are we doing with everything that we have? Even if we have the best of everything around us, what are we making the best out of what we have, with what we have? That's very important to understand. And sadhana, meditation, my dear friend, is all about understanding the same thing. It is taking you to that realization how precious everything is. Well, I know that this is not the answer to the question which I'm coming to right now, but all of us shall be responsible enough, or awareness, we shall be aware enough to know that everything that you take it for granted, that you usually, we all of us take it for granted, is absolute matter of privilege. But unless it is taken away, we don't realize the importance of it. Well, now, if someone is physically sick and going through massive pain, it's very important that we shall not allow that person to be placated by some nice words, because these words don't help. We must ask them to be courageous enough to face the world, to face the situation as is. Everything is going to be all right. It's good that you can say these words. Everything is karma. You can also say that. You can say so many other things just to soothe him, to kind of alleviate him, assuage his pain emotionally or physically. But these words, which are okay at a very primitive or at a very basic level, but it's very important to strengthen them within. That will come from inner awakening. That will come from subsiding their emotions, or more than subsiding them, channelizing them aptly, more judiciously for their inner personal growth, in a way that they need to become more evolved as a human being, so that the pain could translate into itself something much more higher that could elevate them. That is very important to understand. If you take a life of a person, anyone who has inspired billions of people across the globe in any field, have gone through some hardships, some ordeal of sorts, unimaginable to a normal human being. But they have gone through so much. In fact, they have grown out of the situation. They have grown with this hardships in their lives. So it is not that it's not breaking them. It is all about how they are interpreting it. I know it's easier said than done. I know if you look at the situation, you'll feel so much of plight just by having the sight of their physical condition. But if there is something psychological about it, if there is a mental trauma, or if there is anything that has to do with the psychological part of it, where they are not fit mentally, emotionally, they are not fit in their own mind, but they have got the body. Maybe the mind, because of their anxiety, now the symptom is being manifested through their body. If the human mechanism, if the human body is not in sync with the conscious mind, then there is a problem. And we must be able to calibrate this human body with our conscious mind. It is very important to realize and to understand that this body cannot become the mind if we allow this body itself. The body has the reservoir of memories of billions of life. And at times, the very compulsiveness of this body takes a form of the mind. That's why people say, I have anxiety, I have depression. Where is the depression? It cannot be seen. Mind cannot be seen. Mind can be talked about. The body can be seen. The symptom of the body can be seen. It can be felt. It can be realized. It is palpable. It is very obvious. But you cannot actually see through the mind. And the reason is, if there is no gap between the body and the mind, there will be a lot of upheaval in anyone's life, for that matter. Even if you give all the privileges to them, of all the privileges of the world to them, it would not suffice enough for them to lead a harmonious, happy life. The reason is, the body has learned to be dictated by the emotions which is secreted within this body. There is a secretion of different chemicals within this body. And it happens at all times. If these emotions, let's say the mind is emotions, mind is equivalent to emotions. It is how we are feeling right now, isn't it? Mind is all about feeling, the feeling of what it is right now at this point in time. And if you are not able to have your own conscious decision, your own sage decision to take over that dictates the compulsiveness of this body, then you turn the physical body into action. Maybe I said something which I shouldn't have said. Now it's created a heap of karma that we just said it something and oblivious of the fact what is going to happen tomorrow. No matter where you go, which church you go to, which temple you go to, which mosque you go to and pray. No, I'm sorry. Your karma is everything, which you are exuding, which you are in control of each moment of your life. But how conscious you are with your own self. If you are really conscious with yourself, my dear friends, the pain will turn into a wisdom. It is all about elevating yourself. Nothing is bad. Nothing is good. Even the good is treated frivolously, it will turn into a pain. And if the pain is treated, or if I say it is processed eternally, by internalizing, it will become the bliss. It is not just words, it is the truth. And that's how all the great people have turned their pain into triumph. It is not just the words, my dear friend. It's the truth, because they, in fact, they have ascended to higher level of consciousness through hardships and pain. By the time their emotions are so impeccably poised for their growth, no matter how it is, they have molded themselves in such a way that they are unperturbed by the situation outside of them. They can channelize their body energies into the best possible way for their inner growth. So that comes with sadhana, dhyan. It doesn't come easy, but I must tell you, don't tell them, oh, everything will be all right. You are great. You're amazing. Oh, you're amazing. Then why we're here? And so these words are okay for a time being. But if you are just a repeated version of yourself, and because you have ended up being here by having heard these voices over and over again that everything is all right and you are perfect the way you are. No, you are not perfect the way you are. I can also say that I'm perfect the way I am. Okay, fine. Then being there where you are. Be happy where you have been. Where you have been, you would end up becoming the one you have been if you keep hearing the same words again. Yeah, you can feel, if you have good health, and of course, if you do not do the best, if you do not justify being in good health by doing something more positive in life, then you may end up becoming one of those people one day. So that's why it's so important to understand how privileged we are, what we have, and how sage we shall be to preserve the sanctity with which all are driven by, all are governed by. The reason why I'm saying sanctity, because there's a blessing all around you. There's a blessing all around you. There's a blessing in everything. There's blessing in pain. And there's curse in privileges of life as well. And if it is not treated well, it will also turn into a pain one day. So there's a blessing in everything, but it's all about how you're transmuting it. Sadhana, dhyan is all about that, all about the inner mechanism, inner capability to harness more of the component within you so that you can become better at overcoming them. You are more than what you are going through. You realize this, and you realize in sadhana that you are way beyond than what you are going with. You are way ahead. You are way beyond than whatever we are going through. So you realize that you have this inner trust within you, but that comes with the process. The process is very important. The transmutation, the transit is very, very important. How you are transiting things is transforming you. So if they are able to transit and become more aware, become more conscious, become more present to pain, become more present to pain, become more and more present to pain, that they are feeling the pain, they're not avoiding it, their pain will turn into bliss. At least it will give them the meaning of life. Because you see the lives of so many out there, but of course with the mantra chanting, with the reverberations of the cells in the body, by reciting mantras, if that could be well calibrated, there could be a change that can be done. The mantras have power, and there is a cellular memory in the body, and it all resonates with the cosmic energy. So if the cosmological aspect could be invoked through chanting, then the chronological aspect of this body could be positively impacted by the cosmological change which is happening. You can receive the blessing. You can make this body apt enough to receive that blessing. And there could be change in your consciousness. It could happen. It could happen. It does happen. But how conscious you are to it, how subtle you are, that's a big question. How perceptive you could be. That's the whole thing. And if you could do that, if you could become that, then that's fine. Then someone will guide you. I don't know who will guide you. I have no idea. But there will be some, you can say angel, Bhagwan, God, Allah, Paramatma, whatever name. I don't know the name. But there will be someone to look after you. But if this body could be calibrated, if this chronological body, the reason why I'm saying chronology, because this is the clock, and this is ticking at all times. And if there is an intervention from above, not from above, but from, like, just for the saying sake, if there's intervention of the divine, if I could say the cosmological aspect to this body, your body could receive some blessing. In fact, your body is against you, because you are fighting within yourself. There's a fight between body and mind, what you should do, what you should not do. And we all of us blame our mind. Where is the mind? Have you seen your mind? No one has seen the mind, but this can be seen. So if the body is calibrated with the conscious mind, there could be some headways towards making things better for yourself. Gee, I'm not sure whether if I have answered a question. Yes, please.
I kind of have been told or intuited some signs that I'm receiving, and that this is a very important transformation point. I don't know if you heard, but I have sensed and have had messages that this is an important transformation for me at this time.
Yes, you are blessed.
Thank you.
Anybody, any question?
I think it's amazing, you never think about some of the things he's saying, you never see them. You don't. Something's in there.
So Sudhanshuji, there is no more question from our end.
Okay. Anyone else who has joined the session, if they want to share their questions, please, you can write it on the chat, and we will take your questions as well. Anyone have any question? Okay. Yeah, I see one from Ruchiji. Ruchiji, you can write your question here. I see Mayaji as well. You can also write your question in the chat. Yep. So, okay. So Ruchiji has a question that if someone has the back problem or any health issue which prohibit us to sit or focus for a long time, how to meditate then? Like, is the sitting posture or any particular physical, uh, you know, you can say like sitting straight, or some rules that restrict someone to meditate, or how to meditate on that situation, Sarkar?
Meditation has nothing to do with sitting in a posture at all. In fact, it is about how conscious you are at each moment of your life. That's meditation. Even if you're walking is meditation. Even if you're eating is meditation. Even if you're talking is meditation. Your consciousness, the level of your consciousness has to do with meditation. Nothing else is meditation. Yeah, at the very elementary stage, because you are scattered all over the place. There is an overwhelming number of thoughts that comes in. You have to calm yourself down. You have to take a specific place. So for that, what you can do is you can decide one place, a specific time, and posture. Place, time is very important. Every day at 5:30, every day 2:30, every day whatever time that you decide. You decide the time, you decide the place. In my house, in that place, and for how long, in that specific posture every single day. So if you could do that, the place, time, it will help you. But any posture is okay. But basically, you should be focusing on how you shall be eating food. Now, what has meditation got to do with eating food? Yeah, it has a lot to do with that. Become more conscious while eating food. If you could sit in sadhana and eat food, which is such a funny thing to say, but it's very important to eat food consciously. And when you speak to people, become more conscious while you're speaking. That will help you in sadhana also. And take a bow before God, before Paramatma, anyone whom you have trust in every single day. That's very important. To be led, to be guided is the most beautiful thing ever that could happen to any human being, to be honest with you. Very few of us could be guided by some divine angels, by Sadgurudeo, by Bhagwan, by anyone. For that matter, Jesus also, not a problem. But are we good enough to be guided by him? So, yeah, it's good that you sit in a sadhana at elementary stage of sadhana. Is very important to sit in a posture. But if you have back issues, then if it is curable, please take care of yourself by eating healthy food. If it is really bad or it has worsened, then you may have to go for medical aspect. That's a different thing. But the sadhana is all about realizing, the dhyan, the meditation is all about realizing how consciously you are doing things in your life, basically. If I'm sitting in sadhana for half an hour, and if my behavior does not represent the same, then what's the point of having done sadhana for half an hour? Because it is not translating into the apparent results, which shall be happening through my speech, how I'm eating, how I am orienting myself with everything what I am doing. So if that is gracious enough, then we can say sadhana is making its way towards us, towards bettering ourselves. True. Otherwise, just decide a place at home, time, and the duration of sadhana every single day. That should be good enough. And take a bow, so that if you could be guided. I know that we are our vrityas, we are our disposition, we are nothing but our dispositions. But if we could allow these natural dispositions to be at bay and something higher to take over us, that's the best thing ever that could ever happen to any human being. I'm repeating myself, but such a beautiful thing to say. There's no need to do sadhana because you are in sadhana at all times.
The next question is from Mayaji. She's writing Sadar Pranam Sansriji. Why the silver lining of a moment only comes after the intense agony and the hardest test of the life one may feel is not a right way at the moment, but bound to do it is to have tapped that silver lining. So that's what she's trying to ask.
Gigi, I'm really sorry. I missed the first part, actually. There could be some internet issue. The
Yeah,
first
so she was saying like why the silver lining of a moment only comes after the intense agony and the hardest test of the life one may feel is not a right way at that particular moment, but bound to do it to have tapped that silver lining.
so that we become so sorted as a person, so sorted as a human being, that we do not create a big fuss of anything whatever we have achieved. We are just like a human being, like any other human being, so that our success doesn't hit our head and we behave super seriously. We behave in a very haughty manner, in a manner that people not like it. We do not become patronizing on the other people and the way they live, the way they think. That's why we have to process ourselves to come to the other side, where we realize the silver lining and we realize the preciousness of the process which we have transited from one zone to the other. And each time we passed from one transit to the other, we evolved ourselves. We expanded in our awareness and we sorted so many things out, because we could realize that if we want to resolve the matter of the outside challenges, if we seriously want to resolve the issues of the world outside, we need to dissolve the issue within. And if we do not dissolve the issue within, the matter outside would not get resolved. And we know this, and we come to know this in our sadhana, in our awakening. The awakening, when it strikes, is so elevating and so shattering at the same time. It shatters us. So it's great that Mayaji, that we are shattered. We are broken. Absolutely. And we must be broken. Don't invite trouble. Stupid. I mean, we should not be silly enough to invite problems just because I'm saying so. It's not bad. It's not the end of the game. As long as you have this human body, you have the mind, you are not hospitalized, you are lucky enough to be alive. I'm lucky enough to be in this state, so are you. And these challenges, we know that these are the issues, eternal issues, and each time we surpass them, we become more sorted human being. So it's all about becoming the person with absolute tranquility, if I could say. You need to neutralize everything, neutralize success, neutralize misery, neutralize everything, normalize everything, normalize your greatness. So these things do happen so that you could normalize your greatness, normalize your success, normalize all your glory, so that otherwise you may not be the best, most eligible recipient of the best thing in your life. And if you are not the most eligible recipient in your life, then you know what? you won't be able to hold it. No, none of us will be able to hold it. If we have power to sustain it, or the success, or the glory, or the best thing, then it will stay with you forever. But if not, if someone got it by some means of subterfuge or by some fluke of luck, then it will go away. That person will, it will in fact work against that person if that person got by some fluke of luck. So that's why there is a process, and we are so lucky to be in a situation which we may not about. Only if we could realize it, we would appreciate it. And that requires a lot of courage and presence and shattering of all that residual and residue memory of the past lives, memory that we have collected, go one by one. So we become such a sorted human being that you feel such a bliss. Just being a human, just being a human is the most extraordinary thing that could happen to each one of us as a human being. But it's true.
So, Sarkar, there are a few more questions, but it will be great if we go with the practice of that meditation, which is a life transforming thing, what you have explained. And after the meditation, we'll further take the question. So, if you can take us to the meditation and then further for the question, that will be really great.
All of you require personal meditation sessions. So my prayers that Sadguru's blessing be upon you, and the authorized person from the ashram shall approach them and have a personal meditation session with them. It will be the most important. But I will just chant few dohas. You can just close your eyes. Please close your eyes. You can sit in Gyan Mudra, where your index and thumb is joined at its tip very gently. Just going to recite few dohas from Surved. You just be here with me. Your eyes are closed, and you are with your breath. I'm just going to recite few dohas. Just be here. Your eyes are closed. पार बझे कामे संसारा सुर नर मुनिगण यक्ष नाग किन्नर भवधारा सहत कष्ट बहुतेरा कर्म अरु ब्रह्म के साधे लख 84 योनि भरम जीव माया बांधे सदगुरु दीन दयाल जाहि पर कृपा कीन्हा तोड़ मोह भ्रम जाल अमर
पद पल में दीना। शरण गिरे की लाज को राखो कृपा निधान। बंद मोहादिक तोड़िए देहु भक्ति मम प्राण। भवनिधि अगमय पार है सूझे वार न पार। नाव के वट पतवार नहीं के ही विधि उतरो पार। भक्ति जहाज चढ़ाई के तत्व ज्ञान पतवार। देव सदा फल तारहूं सार शब्द निराधार। बंदव मैं परम गुरु जिन यह ज्ञान पसार। देव सदा फल आदि में जिन यह शब्द उचार। बार बार वंदन करूं सदगुरु देव हमार। यहाँ वहाँ सब धाम में महिमाय परम्पार। सब देवों का देव है सब देवों का देव है परमा पुरुष का रूप। बिन गुरु प्रभु जीव ना मिले भटकी रहे भवकूप। माया लोक छोड़ाय कर चेतना लोक निवास। सदगुरुता को जानिए भक्ति मुक्ति ते ही पास। परमेश्वर जीव साथ है अमित काल गय बीत। जीव त्रिताप छूटा नहीं बिन सद गुरु महाप्रीत। प्रेम भक्ति सदगुरु करो सदगुरु अलख लखाय। प्रथम मिलन गुरु फिर प्रभु जन्म मरण दुख जाय। ब्रह्म विद्या जिनगी उड़ी लगी कर्म घर आग। कर्म वासना जर गई चेतना चेता न जाग। अंड मंडल का विश्व रूप है अनुभव में पहचान। ब्रह्म वेदा दरबार में बैठो सजन हो। गोमन अंग संहार कर वाणी चपल न हो। निज अनुभव वर्णन करूं दिया ज्ञान प्रभु सोय। तेरा है तुझ में रहे करत समर्पण सो।
Now take a deep breath. Bring both of your palms in Namaste Mudra. Keep breathing. Just rub your both palms together. Rub them and place on your eyes. Both of your palms on your eyes. Just massage a bit. Take it back towards your head as if you're blessing yourself. Put it back on your knees again. Open your eyes as you please. So may all the blessing of Sadguru be there with you. My prayers for all of you. Let's be connected. It's a long process. It just cannot happen at one go. This is the pearl of Sadhguru's wisdom, which takes time to germinate. So Dhanyabad, thank you very much for joining today. We'll be in touch. May all the blessing be with you. Namaskar.
जी. Thank you very much, Shansri, for your kind words, for sharing the wisdom of Vihangam Yoga. What you mentioned is about living a conscious life, being more aware, and how to uplift ourselves from what we are doing in our day-to-day life, and also taking us through the meditation journey. We all are very fortunate that we participated in today's session and we get benefited from your blessings and the wisdom what you shared today with all of us. Thank you very much. Now, before uh, winding up the session, we'll go through the last 4 lines of Shanti Part, and after that, we'll wind up the session. So let's all fold your hands, close your eyes, and I'll go with the last 4 lines of Shanti Part. हे प्रभु शांति स्वरूप हो, शांति शांतिमय शांति, शांति शांति जन शांति हो, पूर्ण शांतिमय शांति। हे प्रभु शांति प्रदान कर, दूर हो सर्व अशांति, देव सदा फल शांतिमय, शांति शांति सुख शांति। बोले सुखदेव की जय। Thank you very much, everyone, for joining the session today. We'll again organize such session in the future, and we'll again take your questions. And we again will be very fortunate to have Sansri in our session to share his wisdom and uplift our life with the Vihangam Yoga wisdom. Thank you very much, Sansri, and thank you very much, everyone, for joining the session today. Jai Sarkar.